How's your day going?
Pretty good,
Oh,
Chief.
sweet. Good. Okay.
How about you?
Great. Thanks.
Awesome.
So, as you know, we are here today as a follow-up to our December 10th conference regarding your behavior so far this year in your role as teacher and basketball coach. We've had several of your colleagues come forward to administration to report concerns about your unprofessional behavior towards them and your specific targeting of Mr. Pinkston. Additionally, you have, as we spoke before, you have voiced opposition towards my directive to hold basketball practice separate from dance practice. One time I was present for in a very unprofessional manner, and you also continue to ignore that directive given to you to hold practices separately. So I will let you go over this, go over it as I go over it on the computer. It's what's called a last chance memorandum. So all of the other memorandums have been in an effort to curb the unprofessional behavior, but this is different in that it's a last chance memorandum. And we'll talk about that at the end. So today's December 15th. Again, this is a follow-up to our December 10th conference last week. So this memo is a follow-up to our December 10th conference where we discussed my concerns regarding your continued unprofessional behavior towards your colleagues and your persistent use of the gym despite my directive to use it separate from the dance team. As you know, and you remember back, we first spoke on September 10th about you telling several staff members that it's your belief that Mr. Pinkston is gay, and you also continue to refer to him as Mr. Twingston in front of both teachers and students. This language offended Mr. Pinkston, obviously, several students, and myself. During this conference, pertaining to this specific instance, I expressed my deep concern over the unprofessional gossip you spun about Mr. Pinkston and the derogatory twist you put on his name in front of both staff and students. At this conference and in my September 15th follow-up memorandum, I directed you to comply with Conroe ISD standards of conduct, specifically policy DH, that pertains to unprofessional work environments. The second time we spoke this year was the morning of October 5th. This meeting was about the day prior when you announced very loudly at our faculty potluck that my directive to hold practice separately from the dance team was gay, just like Mr. Pinkston is gay. I was offended by this statement, and so was everyone who overheard. During this conference, the October conference, I expressed my displeasure with your unprofessional outburst and my directive and your second unprofessional remark about Mr. Pinkston. Both at this meeting and in my October 10th follow-up memo, I directed you again to comply with Conroe ISD standards of conduct, including policy DH, and I also directed you to hold your basketball practices separate from the dance drills, whether you agree with it or not. So on December 10th, that conference, our most recent conference, resulted from two separate instructional teams reporting that the week prior, you interrupted their team planning time to gossip about several teachers, again, including Mr. Pinkston, again, calling him gay. In both instances, you also referred to him again as Mr. Twingston. Additionally, Mr. Pinkston communicated that you continue to begin practice in the gym before dance concludes, and that twice now you've lined the basketball players up around the perimeter of the gym, surrounding the dance team and making them uncomfortable. During this last conference, I again directed you to follow Conroe ISD standards of conduct and hold basketball practice only after dance practice concludes, again, whether you agree with it or not. Your continuous utilization of the gym before dance practice ends is contrary to Conroe ISD standards of conduct, specifically policy CK, which states employees must follow all safety rules as a condition of your employment in the district. Additionally, speaking to and about other staff members in this manner is contrary to Conroe ISD's standards of conduct, specifically policy DH, which says behavior of this nature creates an intimidating, threatening, hostile, or offensive work environment, which you are creating for Mr. Pinkston. And this may result in disciplinary action up to and including termination of your employment. So going forward, I direct you to begin basketball practice only after dance practice culminates. If you disagree, I direct you to express your opposition to my directive concerning the gym space in a professional, private manner via an appointment with me. I'm open to brainstorming other ideas to ensure both teams have equal time in the gym, so long as your communication during that brainstorming is professional. Secondly, I direct you to comply with all Conroe ISD standards of conduct, including policy DH, which states employees shall not engage in prohibited harassment, including sexual harassment of other employees, unpaid interns, student teachers, or students. This policy describes harassment as any action that creates an intimidating, threatening, hostile, or offensive work environment, which you continue to create for Mr. Pinkston. If you fail, this is where the last chance memo title comes in. You've had several chances before today, so if you fail to comply with the directives of this memo and all terms of Conroe ISD standards of conduct, I will be left with no choice but to recommend non-renewal or termination of your contract. Do you have any questions?
No, I don't.
Okay. It ends with, I believe in your ability to turn things around and demonstrate respect and professionalism that I expect of every staff member. I'm here to support you, and I'm open to having a conversation if you would like to discuss this further. Again, so long as your opinions are expressed professionally. The bottom is for your signature. You're not signing that you agree with everything this says. You're simply signing that you received it, not that you agree with its contents. And it's your signature also means you understand that you have 10 days to respond officially.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
You may go. Let me know if you have any questions or want to talk again.